the right are my two selvage edges. The fold will be on the opposite side, here on the left. Lay your pattern on your fabric. Place the back of the pattern, the long edge, parallel to the crosswise grain. The length of the diaper should run parallel with the selvage edge, or lengthwise grain. Do not place the diaper pattern on the selvage. Give yourself about a half an inch from the edge. You can either trace your pattern onto your material with a pen or marker, or simply cut with a rotary cutter. As you can see, this pattern is well loved. Sometimes I trace with a marker, sometimes I just cut. I printed my pattern onto cardstock and taped it all together. You can print on plain paper, but if you plan to use this pattern more than once, I would recommend transferring it to something more stable. Poster board, paper bags, or even a cereal box would do. Use a hole punch or just cut notches for your leg elastic placement and your back opening. Also, this pattern will require you to add seam allowance. I used my ruler and added half an inch all the way around. Use a marker or pen to mark all your notches. If you press and hold a Sharpie marker onto fabric for a moment, the ink will bleed through to the second layer, effectively marking both the front and back of the diaper at the same time. This next step is an optional luxury. Grab a piece of suede cloth or microfleece. You can either cut your second layer of the diaper entirely out of stay-dry material, or do what I do to get the most bang for your buck. Measure your pattern. The narrowest point measures about 6.5 inches. Measure the length of the diaper. Oops, I'm out of the camera. The measurement is 17.5. We're going to cut a rectangle that measures 6.5 by 17.5. Lay the stay-dry material aside and bring back your diaper. We're only going to be working with one side of the diaper, so be sure to set one piece aside. Center the suede cloth rectangle on your diaper and pin in place. Most machines have two zigzag options. If you have a triple zigzag stitch, select it now. We're shooting for a medium to small zigzag. On my machine, the stitch width setting is 3.5 and the length is 1.0. Keep your stitching on the suede cloth, with the stitch that is farthest to the right coming just barely over the edge of the suede cloth. It should look something like this. Sew up one side and down the other. Easy as pie. If you have a serger, this is the time to use it. Serge both pieces of the diaper along the back edge. A triple zigzag works nicely here too. My serger wasn't set correctly and the stitching was loose. Oops, I went back and fixed it. Now all of your pieces are prepped and ready to put together. Lay one side of the diaper on a flat surface, right side up. Bring over your second diaper piece. Match the two together. Make sure you have right sides together. Pin both of your diaper pieces together. At the back of the diaper, place your pins toward the center of the diaper, on the inside of the zigzag stitching. This will be important later. Set your machine to a straight stitch at a normal stitch length. We're going to be back tacking to make sure our stitches don't come out. Position your sewing machine needle in front of the zigzag, on the side closest to you. Back tack to your pin, and then come forward over your stitching. Go slowly around the corners. Feel free to stop the machine, lift your presser foot, turn and pivot with the needle down in the material. Sew all the way around the diaper. We'll back tack again once we reach the zigzag at the back of the diaper. Stitch over your zigzag to your pin, then back tack over the zigzag. Next, we'll tackle the elastic. This is where your marker dots are going to come in handy. Place the end of 3/8 inch braided elastic, half an inch behind your dot. Use a triple zigzag to secure the elastic tail. Sew up to the marker dot. Shorten your stitch length to 0 and tack in place at the dot. Set your stitch to a plain zigzag at the longest stitch length your machine has, or basically basting the elastic into the seam allowance. Do not use a straight stitch down the length of the elastic, or it won't stretch, defeating the purpose of the elastic in the first place. Remember, always zigzag stitch your elastic. To sew the elastic, get a firm grip with your left hand on the diaper, and an evenly firm grip on the elastic with your right hand. You want to stretch the elastic as tight as it will comfortably stretch. Make sure you have even pressure with both hands, or the needle will snap. Sew smoothly and consistently over the elastic until you reach your second marker dot. An important note, make sure to keep the elastic within the seam allowance. Don't let the elastic stray over the sewn seam and try to stay on the fabric. Like driving a car, stay within the lines. The seam allowance is your friend. When you reach the second dot, release your grip on the elastic and tack in place. Change your stitch to a triple zigzag at a regular stitch length and sew for another ½ inch to secure the tail. Cut your thread and elastic. Do the same thing for the other side. Next, we need to trim all 4 corners. Cut within 1/8 inch from your sewn seam. Use your back tacked points as a guide to finger press and crease at the back opening of the diaper. Make sure both the front and the back of the opening line up neatly. Reach your hand into the diaper and turn right side out. Take your time to neatly flatten and smooth out your diaper. Use pins to secure everything in place. Strong will, determination, and patience might be required around the elastic. Don't give up. It'll just take a moment, and you're almost done. Stretch the leg openings taut and pin. To stitch down the pocket opening, pull one side out of the way and lay it flush with the other edge of the diaper. Sew a straight line on top of your serged edge, or do another triple zigzag to keep the edge from fraying. Do the same thing for the other side. Next, you're going to do a back tack to reinforce your pocket opening. Start with your needle in your existing stitch line. Back tack to the fabric edge. Come forward to your stitch line and sink your needle into the fabric. Lift your presser foot and pivot 90 degrees. Lower your presser foot again and top stitch around the wing of the diaper. When you get to where you think your elastic is, slow down and use your fingers to feel. Stitching across the end of the elastic is fine. Just make sure not to stitch into the stretched elastic. Sink your needle into your fabric and pull the diaper taut. Transition your stitching to create a 5/8 inch casing for the elastic. Use your fingers to triple check and make sure you are not stitching through the elastic around the leg opening. If you've noticed that you've done it, just pull out your handy dandy seam ripper and try again. Remember, it's a diaper. It doesn't have to be perfect. When you get to the end of the elastic, ease your stitch line back towards the edge of the diaper, consistent with what you did around the wings. When you get to the other elastic, repeat the steps and carry on to around the final wing. Don't forget to back tack to reinforce the pocket opening. Cut your threads and pat yourself on the back. You just made one seriously cute, super versatile cloth diaper. Good job, Green Mommy! Now that your diaper is done, use a pre-fold diaper to stuff the pocket. Fold down the front of the diaper to change the rise. Secure with a snappy or a single diaper pin. Remember the IKEA kitchen towel pre-fold diaper? That works too! The Rita's Rump Pocket Diaper is a wonderful multi-use diaper that you can stuff with just about anything absorbent. Microfiber terry towels found in the auto parts section of most major chain stores are a wonderful option for this stuffer. This diaper will require a cover to be leak-proof. I love the Econobomb by Cotton Babies. It's trim, easy to use, and extremely affordable. Visit greenmommydiapers.com to order one. Another versatile cover is the Flip. This cover is designed to work well with the pre-fold diapers. A cute and cost-conscious cover that will fit from about 8 pounds to 35. The Flip is available in either a snap closure or hook and loop. Pick your favorite color on greenmommydiapers.com. Oh, Charlie Banana, how I love thee. This trim, one-size pocket diaper works well as a diaper cover. This is also a hybrid diaper. There are disposable, biodegradable bamboo inserts available for when life requires options. I hope you found this tutorial useful. Happy diapering!